really zoomed up on my face. I think that's as far as I can get it to go. So it's like late night vlogging with Deborah. You know, you're old and you have a lot of kids when you consider late night, 8:45. But both my kids are asleep. They've been sick for like a month. They've had like colds, then they'll get better, and then all of a sudden they get another cold, and then they get better. But it's like they have little plateaus, and then they get another cold. And I would be more concerned if they weren't so dang active during the day, if they felt like more like crap. Mostly it's at night where my toddler coughs a lot. And I always forget to give him his cough medicine before he goes to sleep. That's my neighbors. We live in this house where my landlords live. Next, like, we share a whole house, so I can like walk into their house anytime I want and vice versa. And we also have Mexicans that live in our attic. People always think that's funny when I say there's Mexicans that live in our attic, but it's the truth. I really don't know where I'm going with this vlog, but I feel like I haven't talked to you guys for like 6 days, I think, so thought I would catch you up. Someone suggested that I should vlog more out and about when I'm like driving. Well, not while I'm driving, but like where I'm driving to, and showing people with agoraphobia or anxieties about driving that it's not as scary as we lead ourselves to believe. I think driving is like the best thing I've ever done for myself, being able to drive, because I feel like 100% more free in my decision in my life. I can be like, I want to go to this destination, and I'm going to. Instead of like, oh, I wish I could go to this, or I wish I could do this, or I wish I could do that, and then I'm like, well, I have to wait till my husband gets home, and if he's not too tired, and if the kids aren't too tired, and like, it was just ridiculous being able to be stuck at home, especially in the wintertime, when it's like 20 degrees outside, and you're like, I want to go outside, and I want to go to the store, because I really need this, but I can't, because my kids are sick and I don't want to take them out to the 20-degree weather, or I really just don't want to go into 20-degree weather. Getting over that fear, which, how I got over it, people are making noise, was just by doing it. Let's, like, 90%, I keep on doing percent, I'm making up these percentages, by the way. I believe that the fear that keeps us from doing things are just, it's all in our head. And it's hard to get past that fear without just, like, if you think about it, you're not going to do it. You just have to not think about it, just do it. I know it's hard, especially with a person like me. I overthink things, and I just can't I can't not think about things. I need to process it, and then I need to reprocess it, and process until it's just like overprocessed cheese, and nobody likes that kind of stuff. That's poison. You eat the real cheese. Anyways, I digress. How you face your fears is just by facing them. Don't think about it. Just go for it. Go and study and get your, I'm talking about driving right now, but get your permit. It's not that hard. It takes like 15-20 minutes, I don't know. It takes not that long to read this book, or even go online. They have little tests you can take, at least for my state they do. Get your permit. Once you get your permit, you start driving with whoever is your legal person that you can drive with. You keep on driving. You let them help you figure out what you need to focus on, and it's scary at first. It's terrifying, because I didn't know what to focus on. I'm like, there's all these cars rushing by, there's all this stuff going on, and I was just petrified. I would slow down every time a car would pass me. I would like swerve into the next lane, and I was like going to kill us. But the moment, like, I was like that until I got my driver's license. The moment I got my driver's license, I became the most confident driver. A little too confident sometimes. I scared myself once or twice. But I've even, last Friday, yeah, I drove up to my hometown, which is like an hour and 15 minutes away from me, or from where I live right now, all by myself. I had my baby with me, but I didn't have anybody else. And I was not scared one bit. And it was pouring down rain, and there was some jerk that was riding my tail the whole time, but I felt so confident. I was not scared at all, even when my GPS led me a different way than I'm used to going. I felt so much confidence in myself, and it's just an amazing feeling, and I feel so proud of myself when I'm able to drive, and especially with this pregnancy, I'm not having to drag my 2 kids on the bus, and like, it's 45 minutes to get into town, from my town to the actual town where there's stuff I have to do. Just to get into the town is 45 minutes on a bus full of strangers and sickness and sometimes smelly homeless people, and who drink beer on the bus in like Gatorade bottles, and they want to touch your babies, and that's just not good place to have children or being pregnant, and then you always end up sick. So, there's some people that have no problem driving. There's a lot of people that do. And I can testify to you that driving was being able to get over that fear, just facing it head on. And when I screwed up, when I failed my first driver's test because I was so nervous, I cried and I swore and I tried to like dramatically go through my front door after my husband was like, Deborah, just calm down. I'm like, no. And I ran up to my front door after driving home, and I tried to like dramatically open the door and swing it open, but my hand slipped on the handle and I ran face first into the door, and it just pissed me off even more. But now I can kind of laugh about it because it was pretty funny. Even after that, I still drove, and I drove and I drove, and I rescheduled that test, and I was so nervous that I was going to fail the second time. But I think the person felt really, really bad because she was the same person that did the test before. She passed me. I was like, you have to get 75 to pass, and my exact score was 75. So I passed barely. Like, I couldn't have gone any worse, or I would not have passed. But I would usually focus on that. The fact that I only got 75, I'm like a 100% type person. I want to be the perfect at everything. But sad truth is, I'm perfect at very, very, very little, like most people are. But it drives me nuts sometimes. But my point is, you need to face whatever fear you're looking at right now, head on. You can't overthink it, you can't overanalyze it. Just face it. My baby just woke up. And if you fail at it, you face it again. And if you fail at it, you face it again until you overcome it. And that's all you can do. And my baby just woke up, and I knew get him before he wakes up my toddler. So I'm going to leave you with this. I believe in you. Whoever's watching this, I do. It looks like I have a pink eyebrow. And I hope you're having a fantastic day. And if not, things will get better. They will. And I'll talk to you guys later. I gotta go take care of a baby. Yay.